Frontier. Merry Christmas, friends and fam, and welcome to Fandom Frontier. I am one of your hosts, Handsome Dave.
I am your other host, DJ Zevo.
And I think I just got all the holly jollies out of me.
You sure did.
I'm good. That was like, as you know, if you clicked
Merry
on
Christmas, you
filthy animal. As you guys know, I am not huge into Christmas, but if you clicked on tonight's episode, we are doing a Christmas episode. And if you're seeing us, we are wearing our respective ugly Christmas sweaters. I, of course, chose Spider-Man.
They're not ugly, though.
No, they're not. They're pretty awesome.
It's funny that they're kind of like ironic at this point. Like,
yeah,
I get it. It's like you would never just wear this out, but like
I would.
Well, yeah,
I mean, I would. Hi, honey.
Star Wars, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man for Spider-Man No Way Home. If you haven't seen it, go see the fucking movie. It is incredible.
I haven't seen it, but really high recommendation from Dave.
Oh, God. There's only, like, I've talked to friends about it after. There's, like, literally two problems I had with the movie, but, like, they're so minute and they're so... It doesn't ruin it. It just doesn't ruin it.
I've heard not just one, but many people say it is by far the best Marvel movie to date.
Yeah.
Which I think is a pretty, like, Endgame was the culmination
To me, it's still Endgame. It goes Endgame and then Spider-Man No Way Home.
Which is still pretty crazy.
Yeah. There is... but when it comes to Spider-Man movies, my top three, I gotta go... Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse still is my number one. But, like, just... Because, like, Spider-Man No Way Home is just... is perfect. And then followed up by Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. Like,
I just this morning for some reason ended up watching the Between Two Ferns.
Yeah.
It came out 2 days ago.
Oh, nice.
A Christmas episode with Tobey Maguire and Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
And it's so just, I won't even spoil anything.
Yeah, no, I'm actually gonna watch that later.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's funny and perfect.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I just noticed.
So yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, I am gonna see it, but
I'm gonna watch that. Yeah.
Omicron, man.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Won't get into it, but
I mean, we can touch a little bit on it because it affects us. I mean, obviously we have elderly parents, and like we're at the point now where it sucks because we got to be extra careful.
Yeah.
If you live in Canada, Omicron variant just really sucks for COVID. It is very contagious. We are closing Canada down very fast. But that still doesn't mean we're not getting rid of that holly jolly spirit.
Yay!
But yeah, so please, people, wear your masks, get vaccinated, be safe, don't be dumb, don't be gross. Let's get through this together.
I got nothing to add. Very well said.
Thank you.
Do that. So yeah. Anyway, because of that, like, we thought this might be nice.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys can watch this and have fun with us.
Yeah, because as I've said before, Christmas isn't too big for me, but...
Me neither.
I've made it my own thing this year. Like, my Christmas tree is a Star Wars theme. My 12-foot skeleton's all dressed up in the backyard.
If you guys follow Dave on Instagram, you'll see all of that.
Yeah, it's fun. Absolutely, I posted it. I mean, it's fun. I'm having fun with it, and it's a weird time of year, and it's best to find the light and best to make it your own, right?
Yep.
So, Devin has made our questions for tonight. We are getting very holly fucking jolly here. Trying to buy some time till Devin can find the goddamn questions.
I got him.
Oh, you got him?
Good, yeah.
Are we good? All right.
So, but before I even say that, I'm gonna agree with Dave and say I'm not a huge Christmas guy, but it comes down to, and this is my fault. I'm not like fuck the government or anything, but I don't like these corporate I really hate Valentine's Day for that reason.
Oh, I hate how corporate holidays are. Like
the idea that there's this one day dedicated where you have to be romantic, and most people agree with me on this in saying that every day should be that. Not.
I'm that person. Like I would rather tell the person I love 364 other days of the year.
Susie and I purposely will say, like, not go out on Valentine's Day, not even as a protest, but more just like, I don't want to go to a restaurant that'll be more packed and spend more money on the same meal I can get the next day for the same price.
All I can picture is you and Susie with like signs being outside. Don't mandate my love.
Down with Hallmark.
Yeah.
So,
hi, honey.
Christmas is like that too.
Every day.
I know that the real meaning of Christmas, or the holiday season, whatever you celebrate.
Yes, we're not being inclusive with this episode. We celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
Whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Sure, everything.
Something
Winter
I've never heard of.
solstice.
Winter solstice. Whatever you celebrate, just have a happy holidays, and we love you all the same.
Yeah.
Like, this is just what we celebrate.
Exactly. So when we say Christmas, we do mean everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It includes any holiday you celebrate. So the holiday season for me is always it's very stressful.
Yeah.
I don't like
Same.
I don't like malls on a good day. And obviously everyone says, "Oh, but you don't have to get me a gift." And everybody
It's
likes
a lie.
and
It's a lie. It's a dirty lie.
And everybody likes giving gifts, but
Yeah.
people often forget that the stress
Yeah.
of receiving a gift, they're like, but you don't have to get me anything. You know in the back of your head that if
Yeah.
that person is half decent, they're going to feel obligated to get you something.
Yeah.
Susie's been really good at like pretty much planning out most of the holiday shopping. I help out, so we're good with that. But every year it's like there obviously is a little bit of an edge to everything. If you can have your holiday season, going on a bit of a rant here.
That's okay. Go for it.
Just with your family and like
The bearded woman's just going to shut up for a little bit.
and skip the other bullshit. Good for you. But for most people, it comes with often stressful situations with family they may or may not want to see in the first place.
Yeah. But I'm in the same boat though. Like, and I know we just made a joke about it, but like, I'm the type of person that I hate getting gifts. Like, I hate receiving gifts.
Yeah, you just want to give them.
I want to give them to people.
Same.
I hate that feeling, and I'm not creating an obligation. I just like getting people I love gifts, and that's fine. And when someone gives me a gift, I get all awkward, and I don't like it. Like, if someone wants to get me a gift for Christmas, I'm just like, make a donation in my name to a charity, because there is a fuck ton of people out there that don't have a lot and they need that money.
That is one thing I do like about Christmas is I feel like there's a lot more volunteer action.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go to a soup kitchen. Go donate food to a food hamper.
Yeah.
Apparently at Christmas, especially in Hamilton, the food, a lot of the food places get like actually overwhelmed with donations, which is great. Don't do that the rest of the year too.
Yes, absolutely.
So all that being said, so we're a little iffy on the holiday season. We love the good stuff about it. The gift giving, I feel like everybody gets a little stressed out by it.
This shit we love. Like, this shit. This
awesome.
is what we live for. But
family.
Yeah.
Right.
Family. Yeah.
You know,
that's what we do.
Especially these Omicron COVID times. I think remembering that there are other people that you don't often get to see that do love you is important. And if you're alone and listening to this, we love you.
We absolutely love you.
Thank you
Trust
for
me,
tuning in.
I'm one of those people doing this alone too. So, and you know what? It's cool. It's okay. Make it your own. Have fun with it.
Exactly.
And that's cool. And you know what? Regardless, you can tune in. You can message us. You can do whatever you like.
Please do.
We're all here for you.
Yeah.
And we're all in this together. So, cool.
All right.
Question time. Oh, sorry, baby.
Sorry, Penny. Start off with a typical most memorable childhood Christmas.
Most memorable childhood Christmas. It's gonna seem a little dark. But it was actually the first Christmas that my parents were separated, because it was such a strange, kind of jarring to reality kind of moment. Because like every Christmas since then, like I'd always spent it with both my mom and dad.
That's good. It doesn't have to be your favorite.
But it was the one that they were both very happy with. My dad was able to go home and see his family, and my mom was able to see her family. And they were happy because they were both with their families, and they were both happy. And you know what? For me, I remember that very vividly, and I'm just like, you know what? It's weird for me because I'm just getting used to the fact that I now have two different Christmas. As a kid, obviously, you're like, cool, I got two Christmases now. But I mean, I always had that, so at the same time, it was just like seeing them both happy in that aspect.
Absolutely.
I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I like that.
Sometimes divorce is the best option, man.
It is, and that's not saying anything bad. Like, my parents were both wonderful people. They are wonderful people, but like polar opposite. Like, there's points where I'm just like, how the fuck am I alive? But at the same time, like that's not a bad thing. It's just like they're just opposite people, and that's fine. And you know what? Seeing them both happy again, I'm like, you know what? That's a good Christmas present that I wanted right there that I didn't know I needed, and I'm very happy with that.
That's a thoughtful answer.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember how old I was.
Was it when you got the Technodrome? We haven't mentioned it in a couple episodes.
That's true.
So
see, I have like I have a bunch of toys that I remember that are classics now.
Yeah.
I don't remember them because they're classics, but obviously a lot of kids loved them and they became classics.
Of course.
So I was saying, like, other than the Technodrome, I had the original the Ghostbusters car.
Yeah.
That would open up from the back. I had who was the guy in the cartoon with the blonde hair?
Egon.
That is Egon. They just make him blonde, the red
yeah,
glasses.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I had the one where you squeeze his legs and he's got the helmet on and the green hands like touch his head. I had that.
Nice.
Yeah. That's off topic. So I would say most memorable Christmas was, I can't remember how old I was, but I was really into skateboarding. And my mom really, like, my dad hated it because it's mom. And, like, she went way overboard that year. I got I was very blessed as a kid. I got a brand new snowboard. That year, I got a brand new North Face. It might have been a Columbia. It was either North Face or a Columbia jacket.
Ooh, you bougie, man.
Yeah, like all this stuff. And I didn't even know how to snowboard at that point. I was a really good skier, and my mom was just putting it out on the line because she knew I wanted to learn. Normally, you go rent one and see if you're going to like it, but she just put it on the line. And it wasn't like a crazy good board, but it was a Kemper. It wasn't a bad board. It's
a good first board.
It's the board I still use.
Oh,
I still haven't
love
replaced
that.
it.
Love that.
And I know how to snowboard now, and I love it. I did get a little bit taller since I got that board, so it's even a little bit.
I hope so.
I was like, I was probably like 16 or 17, so I don't think I did too much growing up.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
But it's even now a little bit short for me. But I love it. It's such a comfortable board for me to ride.
Yeah.
That Christmas, and I was old enough that at the time, one of my best friends, I don't see him very much anymore. Shout out to Steve Disher. He's out in BC.
What's up, Steve?
He's doing his BC life. I would always go. He lived next door.
Okay.
So I'd get my presents, thank my family, love them, have breakfast. I'd run over to Steve's house and we'd play with whatever new toys we got. And I remember that year really well doing that. Also, it was the first year on New Year's we hung out together. His parents just got divorced.
Oh, shit.
And his mom went out on a date and we did mushrooms at Steve's house. It was amazing.
Oh, I love drug stories on this podcast.
It
was
my first time doing them, and it was a wonderful experience. This is not a recommendation to anything. This is my own personal experience.
Everyone has a good experience on mushrooms.
It was awesome. It was New Year's, and
people can also tell you bad experiences.
I listened to the entire Weezer Blue album, and I was hallucinating that I was at a concert. I was sitting in his loft.
But that's the way to do that.
I was sitting in it.
If you're gonna do mushrooms, that's amazing.
He had this loft that overlooked the dining room, so you'd go up the stairs, but you could sit on the edge of the loft and look down into the dining room.
Yeah.
And I was picturing that I was at a concert sitting on
wow.
It was crazy. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. So that was a pretty memorable holiday season.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This one's gonna be tough.
Okay.
So if you don't want to go first, I understand. Best Christmas gift.
Oh, I got this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So this was actually the last year that my parents were together that I got this. So, and it was two. It was just because I got them at the same time. I got Optimus from Transformers, and it's not the same one, but I have him up there on the shelf. It's the same figure, but it's not that figure that I got.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah. And then I got the Spider-Man helicopter, which shot Silly String. Yeah. And I've mentioned them twice before on this podcast. But yeah, those incredible. I got those for Christmas, and I'm like,
has there ever been a cartoon where Spider-Man has that?
No, he doesn't need a helicopter.
That's what I mean. I wish if you're an animator, please make that. I want Bruce Wayne one day is different universes. I get it.
Different, completely
doesn't matter. Bruce Wayne meets Peter Parker, and he's like,
here's a helicopter.
You need, son? I'm gonna give you a helicopter.
And it's like,
but Spider-Man's in this universe, he's like, well, it better be painted my colors. He's like, of course. And then it gets all the spider, and it better shoot giant silly string.
I remember all the vehicles. He had a Jeep. He had a he had a spaceship.
It was Batman, but it was Spider-Man painted.
I'm just like, what? He doesn't need these.
It makes sense.
He's so stupid.
It makes sense in the DC universe with Batman, but yeah, Peter Parker.
I got in so much trouble for this helicopter because it shot silly string, and I wasn't allowed to shoot the silly string in my house. And of course, I shot the silly string. Of course I shot silly string in the house. But yeah, it was such a cool helicopter. Wish I still had it today. Again, I'm happy I have Optimus up there. Again, it's not the same one, but it's still Optimus. But yeah, those are my two. Again, and it's only because I got them the same year.
That's pretty incredible.
And that was El Dorado for me. That was dope. What about you?
So, like I said, I was very blessed as a child to have amazing parents that both had really good jobs. So I had Christmas. I was I don't like to say spoiled. My parents used to say that, but I was always very thankful. I didn't realize what I had, obviously, until I was a bit older, but I did try to my best to be super thankful.
Yeah.
So excluding all that, one year when we were living in Guelph at the time, Susie and I, we weren't struggling, but like I was working and she was doing school and working at the same time. So Christmas, we'd spent pretty much all our money on Tegan.
Yeah, of course.
She's our only kid. We're gonna spoil her. I don't care. But Susie surprised me with PlayStation 4.
Ah, cute.
I really, really, really didn't know. And for her to hide that from me, she would have literally been squirreling away a little bit of money for like months.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's this? And I opened it. I cried. It wasn't even like I had no expectation of it.
Yeah.
I already had an Xbox. I did want a PlayStation. There was a bunch of exclusive games, but it wasn't something that I needed. Yeah. So for her to just do that out of just the kindness of how much she knows it would make me happy.
Yeah.
Literally melted my heart.
Fucking
Tegan
love
knew about
Susie.
it. None of them, neither one of them like spoiled it. And yeah, it was one of the most memorable things ever because again, it wasn't even like I was begging for it. I really wanted it, and she just knew how much I would appreciate it, and she spent months trying to save up.
I love that.
So it was pretty damn memorable. That's other than
amazing.
That,
Technodrome, yeah, of course.
That thing was like, I think that was one of the only systems that I bought or things that I bought that was an entire base.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
I bought it at Hamilton Comic Con. It's squirreled away in my closet because I don't have anywhere to put it. I have the
Thundercats one.
Yeah,
I
Thundercats.
I remember you telling me that, yeah.
That one is awesome. But that one was just like, nobody was buying it. It was on sale for a ridiculous price, and I offered the guy, I can't remember what I offered him, but it was pretty low ball, and he's like, I just want to get rid of it, take it.
Nice.
It's not missing anything, it's complete. So once I can put it somewhere, I will. I'll have a house for it.
Love that.
Anyway, yeah. Next. This is gonna be a good one. Best Christmas movie.
I can't do one. Can I do three?
I don't know about that because I really want you to think about this.
Okay.
No, I want you to do one, and then you can tell me. You have to pick one. You have to.
Yeah.
You can do three.
Okay.
But you need them to be tiered. I want your top
tier. Okay. Home Alone, number 1.
Okay. Yep. Which is obviously the first one.
Muppets Christmas Carol is number 2.
Ooh.
Number 3, Batman Returns.
Okay. Yeah.
Silence.
I had to think, man. I honestly took me a minute to remember which one Batman Returns was.
is 100% a Christmas movie.
It is,
It starts and ends on Christmas.
That's what I mean. So in my head, though, I actually, because there's a billion I was like, which one's Batman Returns?
Yeah.
Okay, well, those are really good. I think
I've also watched all 3 right now. That's why,
I'm surprised you didn't pick like a horror Christmas movie.
No, I saved
like no Krampus or anything.
Well,
like
no,
that?
I like Krampus. I wouldn't put it in my top tier though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like Black Christmas too. Like that's in there, but I wouldn't put that in my top tier.
Red Rum.
That's Shining.
Oh, is that really?
That's Shining.
What am I thinking of?
That was Shining. That you're thinking of Red Rum. There's murder spelled backwards.
Yes, but there's something they say in Black Christmas that I remember.
Oh,
I'll look it up later.
Yeah,
there's a particular line. Anyway,
it's been a while since I've seen Black Christmas. I think it's been like a
I've
hot
seen
minute.
Any
so
of
yeah.
Those. I would say that my favorite Christmas movie is still A Christmas Story.
See, that was almost on my list. That if I could do 5, that would have been 4.
And this is gonna sound bad, but like I know if Susie was here, she would pick A Christmas Vacation.
I was gonna say your family just screams Griswold.
Yep.
And that's what I mean. Like I've already watched it this year, but like I could totally see.
I think of it now, and I was like, hey kids, look, it's here.
Yeah.
And also just like the Vegas vacation that Susie always does the line where she's like, I want the money. The money's mine. So, but for me, honestly, it's going to sound bad, but like we do probably watch. I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times now that I remember just like I can't do that too many times. That and so Susie would say that. I'd also pick, I love watching Die Hard at Christmas.
Of course. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I know Bruce Willis said it wasn't, but fuck Bruce Willis. It is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm trying to think of is there any hidden gem Christmas movie that you think people should see?
Ooh.
Or at least a movie you should watch around Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's a good one.
That's classic, and like it doesn't get a lot of attention, because it always gets outshined by like Santa Claus and Elf and Polar Express and like all the staples. Sure, I get it, but like Charlie Brown Christmas, make time for that. And I get a very angry phone call from my father if I did not bring this up. Mr. Bean's Christmas.
Oh, it's so
Mr. Bean's Christmas is a fucking classic.
That The like everybody knows it, but like the turkey on his head, the scene where he's doing the nativity scene with the helicopter.
The line where he takes the cheese out of the mouse's stocking, puts it in the mouse trap, and then wow, like kills me every time. I love it.
That scene, where he drops in the manger.
The manger,
and he's doing the. It's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Mr. Bean's Christmas.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, and you know what's great? If you can't find it on any streaming platform, it's on YouTube.
Oh, everything's on YouTube.
Yeah, so watch it on YouTube this year.
His
Do yourself
movie
a favor.
that came out,
Mr. Bean's Vacation.
Is that the most recent one?
I think so.
5-6 years ago.
Something like that. Yeah.
Tegan and my dad and I watched it together. It's newer. It was hilarious.
Still good.
It's so good. If you haven't seen it and you got kids or you are a kid or you want to be a kid or you just like funny like slapstick like that. It's
and if you want to introduce someone to Mr. Bean, like something.
Please go watch it.
Yeah.
All right. So in terms of holiday cheer, this falls in line with like Christmas decorations, music, baking. Ye or neat?
Well, ye.
Yeah?
Of course, ye. Like, I mean, do whatever you need to do to get in that spirit. Like, for me, it's like, What?
Sorry, your White Walkers are moving. I think you were just shaking your leg. It scared the shit out of me.
It's because I have a haunted doll in the basement that freaks you out.
That thing's so gross.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in another episode.
Yep.
But no, like, for me, I like decorating the skeleton this year and putting up my tree and making a Star Wars tree. Like, that was fun for me. Like, I had
make
a
it
good
your
time.
own.
Yeah, making
Doesn't
it my
have to
own.
be a pine
and it's
tree.
like, did I like feel all festive and like holly jolly? Not really, but like, did I feel like I was like making Christmas my own? Fuck yeah. And that's, you know what I mean? If that's what that was meant for, then yeah, sure. But if you find baking or if you find decorating or watching Christmas movies, or I'll go on record, I don't like Christmas carols or songs because for some reason those songs just sound so depressing to me.
Well, because most of them are hymns. They're
Yeah,
not fun.
I just don't find them fun. They're just depressing. But yeah, like there's a couple like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Run Run Rudolph, like, you know,
those are the classics.
Those are classics. Those are fun. Those are upbeat. But like,
Santa's gonna make it to town.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like that's fun to me. But like most of them are just depressing.
Oh god damn it! Now that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Like Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like that's Christmas music to me. But like other than that, like
did you get to see them?
No, I wanted to.
Did you almost see them?
No.
Oh, I must have had it. I dreamt about you last night. It was very sensual.
Oh.
No. So I was dreaming.
And this podcast became X-rated.
Just quickly to interrupt, I was dreaming before bed. I was like, oh, when are we going to exchange gifts with Dave?
Yeah.
And then my dream was us exchanging gifts, but nothing weird dreamy happens. We just got together and exchanged gifts in my dream.
It's just wholesome.
But it's not even, it was just such a, it wasn't like a boots could fly and nobody cared or something that happens in your dreams that you don't care about.
Those must be strong ass wings then.
Yeah, right? Dude, it was so crazy.
Did we go out caroling?
No.
Come all ye faithful.
We went to your house and ate, drank, and exchanged gifts, and that was it.
So what's going to happen anyway?
Yeah, and I woke up and I was like, that was so normal?
It's weird, but
yeah, I know. Normally my dreams, I have a lot of nightmares. I think the way my brain works, I'm so used to it now, I don't even really get scared about them, but they're awful.
Devin's the kind of person they're like, hey, Devin, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And his brain's having like Vietnam style flashbacks.
I have a lot of nightmares. Susie like hears me.
But I mean, like, look at what your professions were like, and I get that, and like.
It's just a part of me now, but so it was kind of nice. Or I do have nice dreams as well, but it was really kind of just fun to wake up and be like, that was just so normal.
Yeah.
Just nothing weird happened.
No.
Like, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah.
So, yeah, like,
Back
I mean, I will never judge anyone for that. Like, you do your thing. You want to be, like I said, like in the Halloween episode, like some people become suburban housewives of Christmas. They have the sweaters. They do all, like, the jewelry. They do all the baking. They do everything. They decorate their doghouse, everything, their bathroom. That's not for me, but if that's what you do, fucking hell, good for you. Do what makes you most happy this time of year. Like, that's especially during this pandemic, like if that's something that makes you so happy, I am never one to take that away from you.
No.
Do everything in that just to make yourself happy this year.
Also, back to the theme, I guess at the beginning of this episode is with everything going on, anything that makes you happy.
Do it. Just
and
do it.
If now you have this great excuse.
Thanks, Nike. Just do it.
Just do it. You got this great excuse to just do all this. Like Susie loves Susie has like every year I'm usually at work or something, and her and Tegan the last couple years have decorated the tree.
Yeah.
I love the way the tree looks. I don't necessarily enjoy the process of decorating it.
Fake or real tree?
Oh, don't worry. That's coming up later.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even kidding. So
I've got my answer for this one.
yeah, so it's like, and Susie will put up the decorations. Do they make me feel better? I like the way the tree looks. Does it get me more festive? No, not really. But I love that my wife and daughter get this opportunity to spend and do stuff together, and they get into the holiday season.
Yeah.
Do I like wrapping gifts? Not really.
Hard pass.
Susie's really, well, again, I'm not great at it, so she'll just do it anyway.
Look at these hands. These are not origami hands.
She loves that stuff. And
Yeah.
I do love giving gifts, though. So when I or Susie find a new gift for somebody, I'm just like, yes, that's perfect. I love it. Dave was how I got Susie's Christmas gift. She already has it because we're bad that way. So he was in Toronto.
Nope. Oh, yes, I was in Toronto. That was my tattoo day.
Yeah, I found this wonderful, which again, tie-dye's in right now, and Susie loves it. Sailor Moon tie-dye sweater. And I was like, he's like, hey, there's a couple. Yeah. Honestly, I don't care if it's like a corporate thing or whatever. Fucking Hot Topic is killing it right now.
Absolutely.
They got the best stuff.
Absolutely.
So I bought her this gorgeous, well, Dave bought her and I paid him back.
It was a group effort,
Yeah.
okay? It was a group effort.
This gorgeous purple and white tie-dye sweater. This
Yeah.
is Sailor Moon with all the sailors on it, and she wears it like every day.
Good.
So
Perfect.
love it.
Merry fucking Christmas, Susie.
Also, in that theme, is there anything that you do that you think is unique to you, or something that somebody showed you that you do at Christmas that you don't think is like normal across the board?
Fuck.
I don't know if you do anything.
I mean, I don't. That's the thing.
Well, that's fine. That was an answer too.
I mean, like I watch like I said, I have 3 movies that I watch that wouldn't necessarily be considered Christmas movies that are like I watch Batman Returns, Die Hard,
yeah,
and then I watch Iron Man 3 because Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
Yep. Okay, fine. If there is there a thing that you maybe would like to do at Christmas that you don't currently do? Again, these answers can just be no.
I know, like
We both don't like Christmas.
for me, like that's the thing that was because like I don't know yet because this is my first year where I'm just like, you know what? I wasn't going to celebrate Christmas. I'm going to celebrate Christmas, but I'm going to ease myself into it because I don't feel like doing what normal people would want to do at Christmas time. Like my entire tree is Star Wars themed.
Which is awesome.
My 12-foot skeleton in my backyard is dressed up like Santa decorating my fence.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's stuff like that where I'm just like, to me, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Like that's for me, that's good enough. Maybe next year something changes.
Of course.
Maybe next year I'll go full suburban housewife. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know what this is my.
I like that answer.
This is my first year trying to adapt to Christmas because for the last couple of years I haven't liked it. Last year obviously was the first year without my mom. A couple years before was the first year without a friend of mine who passed away on Christmas. And then a year before that, my grandfather passed away on Christmas. So it's just like one thing after another. It's just like, I don't mean to sound like Billy's girlfriend from Gremlins.
No, but it's not
true.
It's not a
true.
holiday that brings up the best memories.
Yeah, it's one thing that I just don't like about Christmas. And I've never really felt that festive. And then this year I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
I do like that. This is a side note, but that Dave's literally said that he's just kind of going to relax over the holiday season, which if you have that opportunity, I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people, especially if you're in a business type situation, you're a lot busier around this holiday season. But if you can take the time to do it, please do it.
Absolutely.
For me, I want to have a house and I want to have people over.
Yeah.
I want to be the host. That's my Christmas thing
That's
that
me
I
and
can't
New
do.
Year's, right? Because like that's
you've done it for a bunch of stuff now.
I have. I and the thing is, like, I usually skip Christmas. I used to do a friend's Christmas, but then we all kind of went our separate ways after college. But like Halloween and New Year's for me, those are the times that I like to have parties and people over. Also because New Year's for me is a good thing because it's kind of like one of those, like, even if you showed up to New Year's in comfy clothes, I would love that because it's like, you know what? We survived a fucking hectic year. Christmas and the holidays itself, extremely hectic and busy. Let's just relax and have a few drinks and send this year off and start fresh.
I think it's so much
You know
more
what I mean?
meaningful
Yeah.
this year. We know that it's not like New Year's solves problems.
No, it doesn't. But
it is a time to be like, we made it.
It's a fresh start. Yeah,
we made it. I like that. My thing is that it's something super simple. My family always hosts stuff. My sister just bought a house recently, so she's in Toronto. I don't know if she'll ever be able to host Christmas, but the idea of me just finally being able to buy a house in this crazy market and being able to have family and friends over for a thing would be that I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love to have this like look around the room where you see everybody talking and eating and drinking.
That's me
and
on
having a good
Halloween.
time. Yeah,
that's me on Halloween.
You take a moment to sort of step out of your own reality to look at it all, and you're like, "This is, I love this."
But the thing is, like, even for me, like on Halloween and like New Year's, it's like because I have several different groups of friends. Like, it's not like they don't like each other. They just don't generally associate. But I bring them all, and like you said, like Mike messages you. Like I saw you chatting with my best friend Nolan. Like I saw you like just shooting the shit with everybody, and I'm just like, I like seeing my groups like that mingle with one another, and everyone gets along well with everybody.
Yeah, and even after, it's not like
and I do that, like I take that step back and I'm just like, this is what I like.
We were talking about that. Yeah, like I've been talking to some of your friends. We mentioned specifically, shout out, like my daughter had her birthday a while ago, and I'm pretty sure Dawn and Kayla shouted her out saying happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Or liked it. Like stuff like that is super nice to see that kind of stuff happening. At this day and age, we both talked about at one point, like, when we became friends, like I don't want to make more friends.
I'm not in the mood to make more friends.
But when you do, it's obviously something that organically just kind of flows because we don't need it. You don't want it. So if it's working, it's something that it just is all positive, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I would love to be able to do what you did and take a step back from a situation, just look at a room and just see people enjoying a time together in my setting.
Yeah, I get that. And I 100% get that.
All right. Tree, real or fake?
Of course, that's the next question. I gotta go fake because I got a black Christmas tree this year and I love it.
I'm agreeing with Dave. I know it's gonna be people are gonna hate this,
but it's just like, okay, yeah, I love that smell. I hate the upkeep. And then I hate how much of an extra mess it is, like a real...
It's a giant fire hazard, too.
It is!
I realize everyone that's screaming right now. Like, I get the whole process of...
Did you just, like, water boy me? No,
I was trying to do that. I can't do that little, but that, like...
I'm triggered!
I get that the process of going out with your family and taking your kids and doing that together...
I mean, if I could use a chainsaw, fucking sign me up. But
it's like parents sitting together and wrapping their kids' gifts or putting up the Christmas tree itself. But
I can still do that with a fake tree.
As somebody who's lived in an apartment for years, the upkeep, and honestly, once it's dead, you're just like, shit. Whereas, excuse my language, I don't know. I feel like I'm swearing too much this episode.
Weirdo.
So taking the tree, a fake tree apart and putting it back in a box for next year is honestly, if it's a good tree, it's amazing. Yeah. We have a really, really nice tree that we know where it fits, and it looks good. And
if it fits, it sits.
And if it fits, it sits. We had to put tinfoil around the entire base because of our cat.
See, that's what I'm thankful for. Boots and Penny, they don't give a shit.
TikTok taught us something.
Yeah, I've seen that. I actually
put it on a counter.
I do that with Boots upstairs because for some reason he likes using the loft space as a litter box. Ooh. But I put the tinfoil down, he just fucks right off.
Yeah, so we put it all. So essentially, our tree skirt is a giant tinfoil skirt. But it's funny because like our cat Rose, was trying to like. She was like I'm trying to make people visualize this. She was putting her hand under the tinfoil, but like leaving her head back so it wouldn't touch it. So she could like try to somehow get under. But the second it would go like, she'd be like, "Bah!" and like freak out and run away.
Love that.
She would bite it again really gently. So maybe it would make a noise and start trying to pull it. But the second it would like crinkle, rub against it. Yeah, she'd run away. So it's perfect. Because she kept getting on the tree, knocking off all the shit. So yeah, I'm with you. Fake tree.
Fake tree, absolutely.
And I do not think it diminishes from the holiday season because it's just...
Fake tree, real feelings.
Yeah, the tree represents something else. It doesn't have to be real.
Yeah. Honestly, like with my black tree too, like I've planned my next...
Yeah, Dave has a Star Wars tree. It's incredible.
But the thing is, like that's just this year. I've planned my trees for the next 5 years right now. So for next year, I'm going to do a full Nightmare Before Christmas tree. And the tree topper is going to be the Spiral Hill.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, the following year, my tree is going to be a Marvel tree, and my star on top of the tree is actually going to be the Avengers A.
Yep. Okay.
So the following year after that...
When you said Avengers A, I don't know why my brain was like, what is that? Oh,
the Avengers logo. The next year, my tree is going to be a Godzilla tree, and I'm actually going to make it with the spines going down, and the top of the tree is going to be its head, and it'll have a fog machine breathing out the atomic breath. Very excited for that.
Make the holiday season your own. You don't even have to like the holiday season. Dave's now just getting creative with, I get to put up a tree, make it look like Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ours is very simple, but it looks very pretty.
Yeah,
it glows. Good. And I like it at night when I'm playing video games. It's right beside me.
Yeah.
So all the lights will be off, but the tree's bright enough that I can just have that on. It's awesome.
Fucking get it.
Is Christmas in your top 3 holidays?
No. No.
What
not
are your
even
top
close.
3 then?
I mean,
just go ahead.
Okay, so number.
Well, I know you're number 1, but I'm actually curious to see what your 2 and 3 are.
Because I'm a fat ass.
So the holidays where you eat the most are the best ones. Yeah. All right, so I know Halloween's number 1.
Halloween is number 1. I'm gonna go back and go number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Easter.
Okay.
I actually like Easter. It's a really nice time of year. It's just after winter, turning into spring. Really nice time of year.
New beginnings. Yeah. Again, I know that we're
but the thing is,
being inclusive.
For me,
Easter.
It's Christmas food mixed with Halloween food because I get chocolate, and then I also get the actual dinner that you would have during Christmas.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like it's best of both worlds. It's like it is the inbred angry son of Christmas and Halloween.
And also not even no. It is the inbred.
Yeah.
But it's the inbred like happy nice son of Christmas and Halloween. Also, you get to give your kids like Easter egg hunts with kids was a blast.
Yeah.
It's funny laughing at little kids when they're dumb. You throw a candy and they can't find it and you're pointing right at it, but they don't know what they're doing. And I love Easter egg hunts. It was always a blast to do them. I love, you get to eat all this chocolate. I'm right with you. Yeah. Also, Easter was a great time. Again, brings back a lot of fond memories for me of like pre-COVID times.
Yeah.
Just getting together with family. What's your number 2?
My number 2, St. Patrick's Day.
Get drunk with friends.
Get drunk with friends. It's not.
Good choice.
It's Nationals. Get drunk with friends, and then followed by Halloween. You know what? If I had 4 would be Christmas. 4 would actually be Christmas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the.
Because like I prefer Christmas over Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think my number 1 is still going to be Halloween.
Yep.
Especially now. So at first it was really great to dress up my daughter in whatever we wanted to do. Because it was cute, but now she's coming into her own, and
her costume this year for Halloween, it was awesome. Like
her
and then
costume, we talked about it. She did the number 67 from Squid Game, but specifically, there's a scene in the show. I'm not giving anything away if you haven't seen it yet. Don't worry.
If you haven't seen it, what the fuck's wrong with you, though?
That's true. But there's a dinner scene.
Yeah,
and she's wearing a suit.
She had like the blood and everything too. It was great.
You had to be like a fan to look at it and go, what? Ooh,
and then she opened her coat and like, oh, I know who you are. Yeah.
So and that was all her idea. So I like Halloween now. All 3 of us are into it.
And I gotta say, it was really cool having Tegan at the party and seeing her interact with all of my friends just on her own because you and Susie were doing your own thing.
Oh, it's like
and Susie just went off and did her own thing, and then so did Tegan. Tegan went off and and she interacted with everyone. I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah,
like I love that.
It's funny. It was really neat to see a lot of your friends come back and just be like, hey, can I have your kid?
Yeah.
I love your kid.
Yeah.
So, but that's not even why. I loved every different stage of Halloween, from me going as my own kid with my parents to going out on my own, and now when Tegan was younger, taking her out as a baby.
Yeah.
A little bit older now. This is the first year she went out on her own. Halloween, everything about Halloween, scary movies, candy, drinking with friends. It's got everything I love. There's no reason we have to explain anymore how much you and I love Halloween.
I think my all-time favorite Halloween memory happened this year.
Oh.
And
please.
Yeah, I don't mean to get sentimental about this, but we were all standing in the kitchen, and Devin, Susie, and Tegan were talking. It's like, we all need to get a family photo, and they were going upstairs, and Tegan grabs my hand. She's like, come on, David, you're coming too. And I'm like it took like out of that whole 2 weeks, I had the shittiest 2 weeks leading up to Halloween. And I'm still getting teary thinking about it. It was just like, that moment was just like so happy for me. And then we got such a great photo out of that too.
Photo.
Yeah, so it was just, that was my favorite Halloween memory of all time now. Was just, Tegan's like, come on, you're coming too, and grabs my hand. I'm like,
no question. It's just like, Dave, why are you walking?
Yeah, I'm just like, all right.
Halloween literally has the best of everything. Yeah. I would say, I'm going to do what you did too. I'm going to go my number 3 is going to be Easter.
Yep.
For everything you already said. It's a very, and again, if you're not like that, I realize that Easter is a Christian holiday, but it's actually the spring solstice at that point. And like, I know
I celebrate Zombie Jesus.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. So again,
not to be mean about your religion.
We're essentially just talking about the holiday that is nationally observed that you celebrate at the beginning of spring. It is. I think for me, it's also a time of refreshment.
Yeah.
So you had New Year's. Maybe you didn't follow through with everything. Maybe it's time to reflect on like things that you think are important.
I did Lent one year. That was hard.
Yeah,
Lent is bullshit.
It is gross.
I'm not religious, but I did Lent, and that sucks. Like, that is bullshit.
So for me, yeah, eat awesome food with family and just have a time to get together. It's an excuse to get together with people.
Absolutely.
My number 2 is going to be Thanksgiving.
Ah, I love that.
Again, I realize...
But it's all the food. It's family and food. Two favorite Fs, family and food.
My family had a cottage up north before, and Thanksgiving for many years represented essentially the closing of the cottage.
Yep.
But we would all celebrate it up there, and we had neighbors and stuff. We deep fried it. I was the only one that wanted to keep doing it. We success because I've
deep
seen
fried a turkey.
Yeah,
I fucking love deep fried turkey.
I've seen
so
the
good.
horror stories, all the crazy people not doing it right.
Blow
on
it
YouTube.
up.
Yeah,
yeah.
We did it right. It was one of the best turkeys I've ever had. But my dad was kind of just like, we bought the whole apparatus and everything.
Of course, leave this to Fred, the man who drives a Tesla now.
Yep. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
If you
calling you out, Fred.
Yeah, if you ever listen to this, Dad, deep fried turkey again, please.
Yeah.
So it was. I would say that tied with when you said St. Paddy's Day. I just haven't, because of everything going on. My memories of St. Paddy's Day are so old because I haven't been able to celebrate it.
I still celebrate it.
But I have great memories.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere I've worked, usually for St. Paddy's Day, we day drink. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's unprofessional to say. I day drink at work most of the time when I'm at St. Paddy's Day. I know that I'm an actor. I'm definitely day drinking for St. Paddy's Day.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my 3.
It sounds like we have a lot of common themes. Good holidays include seeing family that you actually want to see.
The 4 Fs: friends, food, family.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. Friends, food, family.
4 Fs.
Friends, food, family.
You said 4 Fs.
I said 3.
You said 4.
I swear I said 3.
You said 4.
I'm going to backtrack on this.
All right.
Yeah.
If anyone else, I hope I'm not wrong because it looks so dumb.
I said 3. The 3 Fs: friends, food, family.
I had 4 Fs.
Then you.
Friends, food, family.
Festivities.
Oh, I was going to use a different word. If you can do that.
Fuck nuts? I don't know.
Never. I'm not saying it on here. I'll just say fuck it. If you can over the holidays.
I mean, single life, am I right?
Hey.
So, hey.
All right.
Wow.
Well, I mean, yeah. Anyway, so best holiday treat, specifically at Christmas.
Oh, I am a little slut for cookies. I am sorry. I love.
Hey, I got cookies for you. You have to come.
Do you actually?
Yeah. Yes, Susie made cookies last night.
Oh my god, I'm so. I'm ready to end the podcast right now and go get cookies. Like, I kid you not. Like, that's the one thing I love about.
Give me a specific.
I can't. I love.
You gotta pick. You gotta pick a Christmas
fuck
cookie.
You! I cannot do
Christmas cookie.
I love the crinkle cookies. I love.
What's a crinkle cookie?
That's the dark chocolate ones that have like all like the mint. The white mint coating on it.
Yeah.
And they're all cracked, and that's why they're called crinkle.
Yeah.
I love shortbread. I love gingerbread. I can't do it. I can't pick a favorite. I just, you put a plate of cookies in front of me, I go fat kid on. I go chunk from Goonies on it. It is gone. I'm sorry. And you could even put a little sliver of fruitcake on there, and I will still eat that because it's covered in cookie crumbs.
Oh,
it's been seasoned with cookie crumbs. I'm gonna eat it.
It's the one thing that every year comes out, and there obviously is a market for it.
I
but I don't understand who buys fruitcake. And there's the other thing. It's okay. I'm gonna probably offend a bunch of people here, but it's that giant Italian loaf thingy. It's like this tall, and it's like a bread. It's like a sweet bread that comes in usually like a box.
That's why I'm thankful my family's new food.
You know,
we didn't have weird
whatever
shit
it
like
is.
that.
It's not very good, and it's at Fortino's right now. Usually you get it as a gift.
Wait, is it a spiral?
Yes, it's like an octagon.
Oh, I've had it. Yeah, no,
and it comes with a little handle.
That's not good.
No,
it's not good. No, it's not good.
Especially when you have like. Again, it's a treat. It's a sweet treat. So you're comparing it to like
there's
everything
sweet,
Dave's
there's
just mentioned.
Treatful about that.
I'll take an oatmeal cookie over that.
Ooh, don't you say? I love oatmeal chocolate chip. Oatmeal chocolate chip is my favorite cookie.
Dads, we buy the Costco box of them. They come in. It's a big box where they're wrapped by like 2. I bring 2 of them to work every day. They're awesome.
That's it. Yeah. What about you? What's your
custom stuff I've eaten over the year? So it's probably called something else, but I remember my buddy Brian, his mom used to make this stuff called dog food, which is Crispix coated in chocolate, covered in icing sugar, and then made into like a little chunk.
So it's like anti-dog food because that would kill a dog.
Well, that's the thing. I guess like before the icing sugar, it does kind of look like it's gross, but it's you can tell what I'm saying. It's going to be delicious.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing that people make those weird chocolate things where it's like chocolate with marshmallow, and then the orange Chinese food noodles that you get. They put that in there. Which again, so you got this like crunchy noodle and this chocolate. I love stuff like that. Anytime you mishmash a bunch of things, you were like, I'm gonna take this idea for a cookie and this idea for a marshmallow treat, and then some noodles I'm supposed to put in soup, and throw it together, and it tastes amazing. The dog food one though is absolutely incredible.
Cool. I'm into it.
Yeah, it's just you just take a little chunk of it, and like once the Crispix get baked and coated in the chocolate, it's like a little bit crunchy on the outside but soft on the inside, and the ice.
I'm a fan. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's what they called it. I don't remember. It's probably called something else, but anyway, that's what I love.
Cool.
Turkey or ham?
Oh God. If I can have both, I'll have both.
Of course. But you're not allowed to pick both.
If I gotta pick one, turkey. Yeah. Because I love ham is delicious. Don't get me wrong. I love ham, especially like a maple glazed ham. Sign me up. But the thing is, with turkey, I get stuffing. I get that butt bread, and it's so good. Yeah. Like it's because it's essentially 2 meals. Like I get 2 things in one. Like I get the stuffing and the turkey.
You get omelet Dave. You get a lot more option with the turkey.
Yeah, you can cook it so many ways.
You get that
too.
white or dark. You get the. Do you want a leg?
Yeah.
Do you want a wing?
I'm a leg guy. I always go for the leg.
See, I'm actually like a lot of I like white meat. If it's cooked well, it's a little dry. No, it's a little drier, but I get really grossed out.
Are we talking like Griswold's dry?
No, we were just that scene.
That's so gross. It reminds you of something out of Alien.
Yeah. That scene as a kid.
Yeah.
Was like how I would feel if I was watching a horror movie.
Yeah.
When it opens, I can smell it in my brain.
I know. When they're all around the table just like chewing it.
The noise too, it's just like
yeah. That scene
it's so gross.
That scene always bothered me because it's like they're sitting there trying to chew. I'm like, did you not put gravy on the table? Would that not like add
at
some
least help? No, but
right?
this is
like it was weird. That's the one problem I have with that movie is that scene because I'm like, would you not put fucking gravy on that? Like
apparently
at least to help choke it down? Fuck, I don't know. What about you?
I'm a turkey guy too.
Yeah.
We often had both.
If you can have both, do both.
I realize that turkeys are obviously more expensive, so it might just be easier for some people to do just a ham. Ham is like I love ham. You give me a ham and I just get to put some basic bitch mustard on it. I'm in heaven, or some horseradish. Oh my god. But again, I'm with Dave. It's just the options available when you cook a turkey properly.
And then, not to mention all the options after you can do turkey soup.
I would
say
turkey
a la king, hot turkey sandwiches,
yep,
sandwiches.
I would say though that I have never been disappointed in a ham cooked ever. I have definitely been disappointed in how a turkey was cooked.
Yeah.
So you dry out a turkey, it tastes like absolute shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're eating from; it's not going to be good. I've never had like a really overcooked or. You all right?
Yeah, I'm great.
A really overcooked or extra dry ham, but I turkey, and then I don't like onions, so I'm a little bitch, and I hate it too. I hate myself. I hate myself, but I have had stuffing a couple times. My dad's been very nice.
Yeah,
Freddie's made it onion free. That was in heaven.
For an abomination child.
I was practically crying.
His abomination child.
We compromised, and he was allowed to use onion powder.
I feel like that's fair because you still.
It's not necessarily the I don't like the flavor that much,
but
it just once. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it again. Anyway, yeah, I'm a turkey guy.
We're gonna get into it just because I'm offended now.
All right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just reading the question. Sorry. I was gonna say, but this is it's a follow up to the last question.
Is this another Susie Strokeout question where it was just
well, yeah, I kind of rewrote a question.
Okay.
I actually totally rewrote a question, but I would say I'll rephrase this.
Okay.
Is there a particular Christmas tradition that people have to do that you would like to stop? If you could just snap your fingers Thanos style.
Yeah.
And there's one tradition where you just be like, people don't have to do this anymore. It's too stressful for everyone. What would it be?
That's it. I would want to stop all the fucking stress that is associated with Christmas, because that's
give me like a specific
everything,
right.
everything that like having to travel so goddamn much, and like having people guilt trip you because you don't want to travel because it's too much. Like, it's just like, can you just like understand that Christmas, you're supposed to be together, sure, but at the same time, just be thankful that they're in your life.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
When you were younger, a little bit younger, did your parents fight over you over Christmas?
No, it was.
Were they good about splitting the time?
They were great about it. I mean,
I have friends with divorced parents.
I'll be honest, and this is probably a very controversial thing for me to say. There were years I wish I could do things in reverse sometimes, because I thought it would have been fair to both my parents, where I could start the day off at my dad's family because I missed seeing my cousins and my aunt and my uncle, and like there was a bunch of times where I wish that I could have done it in reverse, but because the holidays were so stressful on my mom, I didn't want to add more stress to her. And it was just one of those things where seeing my mom go through that much stress and seeing how much the holidays stressed my parents out, and even as a kid traveling so goddamn much, like that was stressful for me too. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just like, this is why I don't like this holiday, because there's all these like expectations and stressors, and it's just like, it's not a good time. This is why like I'm excited for this year. I'm making this shit my own.
And that's it. So I think you hit the nail on your head when I was asking, though. I said, specifically give me one thing. You said everything, but I think if you could sum it up, if you could snap your finger and every Christmas expectation was wiped away.
Expectations. Get rid of those fucking holiday expectations.
You get a 2-week holiday or whatever where people just do what they want with their family.
Yeah. Or they don't have...
You don't have to do that.
This is the thing. Like, they don't even have to see their family if they don't want to. Like, call them. Like, be like, hey guys, Merry Christmas. How are you? Video call them. Like, I get seeing your family is important because it is a tradition. It is a holiday based around family.
If again though, this all comes back to if you even get along with your family or you see them. Maybe you're estranged from your family and the holiday really stresses you out because it just reminds you of that. Maybe you're estranged from your family and you love it and you spend the holidays alone and you love that.
Thing is, and I'm sorry, this is me airing some dirty laundry out on this podcast. For the longest time, I had a really big stressful time with my mom's side of my family because I wasn't driving for a couple years because getting behind the wheel made me very anxious. For some reason, I was comfortable with that till I got that. My mom's side of the family hated that to the point that every time they saw me, do you have your license yet? It's like, why are you pushing me? I don't want it. I'm not ready for that. And anytime I had to do a function with them, I was not comfortable going because I didn't want to hear it. Yeah. And I'm just like, I wasn't ready to do this. And I get it. I now have it. I'm now driving and it's fine. And now I'm getting from all of them, oh, finally. It's like, guys, shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Like, and this is why, like, I'm not big on seeing family or it doesn't mean I don't love my family. I do. I just know what that's going to lead to, and I'm just like, I don't want to put myself through that.
Yeah, it brings back some kind of shitty memories. Yeah. And the funny thing that you say that is like, yeah, I mean, no family is perfect. And
no, absolutely
obviously
not.
Friends are the family that you choose.
Yeah.
But if you can make it work with your family, and this is again just personal experience. I love my family. I'm very fortunate that I get along with them.
Absolutely.
When other people are like dreading the holidays because they have to go see their family, I'm like, that. I wish you the best. I wish you just didn't have to do that. And it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that. No, it shouldn't. And it's just, it's one of those things. And like, when I get asked that, I just roll my eyes and then just like, don't be so disrespectful. I'm just like,
yeah, especially when like the whole idea is like you getting anxious behind the wheel.
This was also that generation that didn't understand that, and then I'm just like, I've been raised to don't get behind the wheel if I don't want to, if I'm anxious. Like that's worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I going to put other people in danger when
different generation? When Susan and I met you, and you're just like, yeah, so it's like, oh, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not comfortable with it, don't do it.
Yeah. And then here I am now loving driving in Toronto.
Yeah. When Susie and I started dating, like it was way after I had my full license at that point. She didn't have anything.
Yeah, you told me Susie was the last one to get licensed with you guys, and that was because I
was the one that was like sitting in the passenger seat with my G while she had her G1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was something again. I never pushed her to do it, but then she eventually was like, well, like I have Tegan, I should. Yeah. Or I'm gonna be having to. I should do it, and then now she drives most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she feels sick.
So yeah, it's that expectations and stress that come with Christmas. I would love to get rid of.
That's a really good answer.
On a happier note, what's yours?
I think, I would snap away the obligation of gift giving.
Yeah. I would love
here's
that
the thing
too.
which I pointed out, and I sent this to Susie, and it will relate. It's going to sound a little weird at first, but I sent her this tweet in regards to imposter syndrome. She's finishing up school, so she did everything on her own. She never cheated, and she's getting incredible marks, but she feels this imposter syndrome.
Actually, she talked to me a little bit about this too.
Yeah, because she thinks that once she starts being a social worker, she won't know stuff. But I read this little thing where this guy tweeted, if you have imposter syndrome, wouldn't that mean that you shouldn't actually trust yourself? And it should mean that when your friends tell you something, you should actually be listening to them if you have imposter syndrome. Because the whole idea about imposter syndrome is you believe you're a fake. So if your brain is telling you you're a fake, doesn't that mean that you should be relying on other people's opinions? So I think with gift giving, there's something similar where when somebody's like, when you just love giving gifts, I think you sometimes need to step outside of your body to realize that that other person might feel the same way, and you both feel awkward receiving a gift.
Absolutely.
Which means A, don't give gifts to each other.
Absolutely.
Or B, just realize that the expectation has to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
Like one gift. That whole thing where there's all these jokes about these couples going, honey, we're not doing Christmas this year, we're going to do it for the kids. And then it's like, well, secretly, I know my wife's going to get me a gift. That's not funny.
No.
It creates this weird barrier where everybody's always stressed all the time.
Exactly. That's getting back to what I said too.
And so Dave and I talked about this.
Yeah.
We talked about gifts for each other. We said, yeah, this is our first real Christmas together as like fucking family.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it. But maybe next year or a couple years from now, Dave, you got a family and you're like, you know what? It's going to be really tight this year. Can we just hang out together?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. That thing has to be respected.
Absolutely.
So if I could somehow in everybody's mind make that click, the gift giving I think is a very stressful part for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Which is why there's like Black Friday massacres.
That's still one of my favorite. Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. Where people just like rush a Best Buy because if they don't get their kid a PlayStation 5, their kid's going to be disappointed at Christmas. That breaks my heart. That kid has that expectation and that the parent feels that way. And again, as a kid, you want that, and you're going to get disappointed, but it hurts me.
Yeah. And then there's me, who's the sadistic asshole that one of my favorite things to do is watch the compilation videos of Black Friday fights.
Well, it's funny.
Like, I mean, when I'm watching a woman from Detroit punch another woman because of a makeup palette.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm with you totally on that.
I know it's terrible to say,
I also
but
laugh at people as long as they live, like somebody getting in like a crazy dirt bike accident. And as long as they're okay, I'm fine with it.
That's it. Like, they just took a punch to the face. They're fine.
And then they do the Canadian one where everyone, like, there's a bunch of people lined up, but they're all just clapping and walking through the door like single file. Yeah, so that would be the one. So, yeah, I just want people, comes back to people just enjoying their holidays, man.
Yeah.
And not feeling this dread and obligation of A, I don't want to go shopping, or B, I can't afford it, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what's wrong with you? Are you excited for Christmas?
Are you excited for
Christmas?
Christmas?
Are you excited for Puppy Claus to come visit you? You don't give a shit.
Yeah. That's it, guys.
So, yeah, do you have any recommendations for people for about Christmas, though? Like,
yeah, if you've never seen Die Hard, you're insane. Please
Fair.
watch it.
That's fair.
Any of the movies we recommended, and back to what we started with, guys, please just, honestly, when we say it, happy holidays.
Yeah, honestly, make it your own.
Yeah,
that's my biggest
that's
recommendation.
A big one. Make it your
for
own.
someone who's hated Christmas for so long, make it your own. It becomes that much easier, and it's good.
Do your version of a Darth Vader Christmas tree.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the way to do it. So that wraps the episode on Christmas. The sun is getting lower in the sky, so roast your chestnuts, put on your nightcap, and put out your milk and cookies. You've traveled far across that good and naughty list. Now rest your weary heads after that dice roll. Good night, folks, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays, guys.